Well, thanks for coming along today to have a look at our new AI functionality that we've built into our RedView Acuity business intelligence and management information system. Firstly, my name's Stephen Butler. I'm the CEO and product manager at RedView here, and Dominic Tonner will be along with us shortly. So today what I'm going to do is just give you a bit of an introduction about what we've been doing with our AI in Acuity, talk about the goals that are involved in terms of now and what we're thinking about for the future, and then also show you how we're using the Open API to allow you to customize the calls to the AI tool, and then what we're going to do is go through looking at how we can analyze some of the charts and reviewing your matter portfolio. So here we are just looking at what we've done with AI at the moment is within the Acuity database, what we've done is provide tools to help with the analysis of data. And secondly, to look for tools and exceptions. In the future, what we're looking at doing is potentially defining actions to be taken. So to start off with, we could be that, oh, hey, look, we're under budget for the month. What could we do so we can look for matters that might be due for billing or suggest different strategies to achieve the revenue, and then looking at potential predictive analytics so that we can provide tools to look at the future. So this could be something like looking at matter information, how long a matter lasts, what type of work it is, what the billing patterns are, what the work patterns are, and then we can start to predict out into the future what revenues will be, what the cash flow will be, and what the labor requirements will be. We can probably fold into that growth of new matters as well to predict out into the future what the firm will look like in, say, 6 or 12 months' time. And of course, the world's a bit of an oyster here. There's a lot that can be done. So we're looking at what can be added in using the intelligence to be able to help the firm manage the business better. So in terms of how we're using the AI scenario here is we're using the Open AI API, which is the tool that drives ChatGPT. Basically, what happens is that you have a set of data that you pass to the Open AI API with a prompt, which is fundamentally a question that gets passed to the agent, which then delivers a response. So we then take that response and return it back to you. So let's have a look at how that happens within the software. So if I now just go into RedView here. So here we are looking at the RedView firm dashboard, and you'll see a number of new buttons that are available here. So we've got the first instance, we put them against a number of charts here. So if we have a look at the total debt owing chart here and select the AI button, what happens now is that we're passing that chart across to the AI agent with a prompt, a user-defined prompt that's set up within the system admin area, and it's then processing and is going to return us some results. So here we can see some advice and English on what's happening with the chart. So what we see this with lawyers is that we can then provide an assessment of the chart without them necessarily having to understand what they're looking at. We can then ask more questions. So we might say, what's the situation with 90 days? And ask that to the agent, and that will then interpret that question and come back with a response there as well. So the idea then is, depending upon what you want to do, we can have a look at that. It's saying certain things. You might want to email that off to someone. So by selecting the email button, it will create a draft email for you, or you can copy it to your clipboard to use in other places. The basic premise here is really to be able to allow you to interpret what's in the chart more quickly and without necessarily having a financial background. At more interest, though, what we've now added into the product is this performance summary button here. So what this is doing is the same principle. So it's passing a prompt and it's passing a set of data to the AI agent so that we can get an interpretation of what's happening. So in this instance, we have a number of categories of query that are available. Some of them are still work in progress. So we can see now that we've passed to the AI agent the list of all matters and some summary financial information and some key dates and a whole range of things we can now start to question. So it's come back with some recommendations. In this instance, it has an example of a matter that's of concern. So what we can simply do is click on that hyperlink here, and that will take you into the full details of the matter, so that you can inspect it and see what's going on. So we can see the financials, might have some timeline data there that's applicable, or the other party. So all of the information in relation to the matter is available. Now, what I can do here is two things. We then have built in, using the Acuity functionality, with the ability to follow up here. So we might want to say, well, look, can we get this debt collected? And that will create an email to the person responsible for the matter, which can very quickly be sent off to follow up. But what we're also looking to do now is to create tasks that are available, specific to a circumstance. So here we have a financial task, build a matter. So we now say, well, look, we've got this much outstanding, or there's nothing outstanding at this point in time, but we can then say bill everything and then assign it to a person, and that will be put on the person's task board. Let's have a look at something a bit more meaningful here. So in this instance, maybe we say we want to close this matter. So we say close the matter. We might have some comments in relation to that, and we then say, I'm going to assign it to Ashton and I need it done by tomorrow. And we save that, and now Ashton will be given a task on his task board and will be notified of a task that he needs to be done. So we've started from the top, looking for exceptions. The AI has found an issue for us. We've then gone back and looked at the details, and now we've assigned something to be done. So in sort of an integrated flow. So looking back here, I then might ask a different question. I might say, what matters issue in terms of unbilled feed. So we then ask some more questions, ask this question, and the AI will look at that and come back with a report in which I can flow through the same process that I went through previously. So it's identified a number of matters that it's concerned about. Once more, click on the matter number. In this instance, raise a bill. Now, what we're doing here is passing the full list of the matters. So there are some of these other items here. They're still under construction, but the idea here is we'll be passing a full list of the time items, so we can ask questions about what's happening with the times, with timesheets. Here we can ask questions about what's happening with billing, all with the same principle. The AI agent is given a prompt, returns a response. You can tailor that prompt within the system, and then you can ask more questions about what's been going on. So we then that's the basics of what we're doing from this level. So quite a detailed level of analysis can be performed. We then trying to make that available in a number of places. So I'm not sure if you're using the Outlook add-in for Acuity, but here what we can do is select the Acuity Outlook add-in. We can then select the dashboard option here. And once more, this is now going to give me a quick snapshot of my KPIs. I have an AI function here. I select my AI button, and it will come back and give me some recommendations as to an analysis of the financial information that's applicable here. So it takes a little time, and you can see it's come back with some recommendations of looking at the aged debt, the cash flow impact. I mean, the issue, to be honest, is that I've looked at the current month, and it's the start of the financial year, so there's not much there. But you can see the idea is that it's giving me some prompters and things that I should be aware of, and allowing me to quickly monitor what's happening with the performance of the business. The Outlook add-in also allows you to select a matter. So here I can go through and look at a particular matter through Outlook. So I might want to see this particular matter. So what we'll be doing is adding an AI agent here to give you a matter summary performance, financial performance of what's happening with the matters from within Outlook as well. So that's the basics of what we're up to. To show you a little bit from the prompting point of view, where the prompts can be updated. So here, if we go to the system administration area, I go into my lookup lists, and you can see the very first lookup list is my AI prompts. And we're incorporating AI into a number of areas, our product, the CRM in particular, as well as Acuity. So we can see here that this is the prompt that's being passed to, in this instance, the fee earner dashboard and the aged unbilled fees chart. And now we can change that prompt to be whatever it is that we want. So that's where we're at with the tool. As I said, there's more to come, and we're looking at ways to adapt and build the intelligence into the software. If you have any questions, please feel free to forward them. Otherwise, thanks very much for coming along, and keep an eye out for future RedView Acuity webinars. Thanks very much.